up? Wake up. It's the Flow Show, no filter. Back again. And you know how we started off. The thoughts, views, and opinions shared on the Flow Show, no filter, are for educational and entertainment purposes only. I am not a professional. I am just good. Ba-dum-bum-ba-dum. Ow, ow. Welcome to another happy Monday, y'all. Shout out to Jennifer, Shauna, Kobe One, Shinobi. I saw Angela and a few others. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, late night creep. Whenever you're listening to this, I appreciate y'all. We got a crazy show again for you today. Your boy Flo is feeling good. As always, it's good to be here, good to be alive, and good to be enjoying life right now. And everybody out there, I appreciate y'all so much. So much is going on. We got so much to talk about today. So much different things today. I got all kind of notes today. I said, look, I ain't forgetting shit today. Today, I'm landing everything that I want to talk about. I got all my notes ready. And we're gonna get into it. Enjoy my weekend. I enjoyed it because I got a lot of work done. And I'm gonna talk to you about that. Got an update on the merch. I got a lot of stuff out there. I got to give y'all some new news on the merchandise. We're gonna talk about the subs, but Diddy, Mo Diddy. What is Diddy done did today? We're gonna get into that. Diddy is trying to turn this trial and the juror pool and the jury. He's trying to turn it into a corn star convention. And we're going to get into that. What's up, C Tuck? We're going to get into, got an article about the crazy conditions that Diddy is in waiting for his trial. And also, if I can get to it, I got a Luigi update at the end. Hopefully I'm able to get to that. But like I said, y'all, here we go on another Monday. Y'all know how it is. Mondays, what we always say, sometimes you just got to look Monday. You got to look Monday square in the eyes and say, you know what, Monday? Fuck you. You ain't getting me today. Today going to feel like a Tuesday. I ain't about to be around here dragging and sulking because it's the beginning of another week. We are all about to kick Monday's ass. Say it with me. So, without further ado, the man of the hour, Mr. Diddy Monster. We're gonna get right into it. I had a couple stories, but I'm gonna save those. I'm gonna save those for the end if we have time. I want to get right into this Diddy mess because it's a lot going on. It's a lot to talk about. And so the sooner we get into it, the better. Oh, yeah, real quick. Remember how I told y'all how horrible Will Smith's new rap was? Well, y'all know how I always say something. When I say stuff, it plays out. So over the weekend, do y'all know his new comeback album sold 268 copies in the UK the first week? A huge flop. I mean, I don't even know if you can call that a flop. I could outsell him right now if I drop something. With just y'all. Go stream my new album. It's better than Will Smith's. That's what it's going to be called. My album going to be titled, hey, look, at least it ain't Will Smith. And I know I can sell more than 268 copies, but I told y'all it was horrible. I only brought that to y'all because I told you that opening freestyle that he used to launch that album, man, that was an we call those ear destroyers. Hey, look, horrible rap coming to your eardrums soon from Will Smith. Hide your eardrums because this rap is terrible. Anyway, let's get to Diddy. If I had Will Smith on my list as an enemy next, he gonna be mad at me. They get mad when you don't like they shit, spoiled ass celebrities. That's why they played out. We tired of they spoiled asses. When you put your stuff out there, if it's trash, we can say it's trash. If it's good, we're gonna say it's good. This is trash. Anyway, Diddy, Mo Diddy, y'all. Oh yeah, and a little update with Beyonce and Jay-Z and Diddy too. But do y'all understand how freaky this trial is about to be? This is not only going to be the trial of the century. After this new news that has came out, it's so clear what the defense strategy is going to be, and it's so clear what we about to be looking at and hearing. Y'all, this is going to be the nastiest trial ever. I can already tell, and we're going to get into that. I'm going to explain why I say that. But for the first time, the defense, although it is a controversial strategy, for the first time, the defense is doing something that actually looks like they kind of know what they're doing. I don't agree with it, but it is a pretty good strategy if you're on Diddy's team and you're trying to fight this. But the new strategy is because of they got a real lawyer who is good at manipulating things, Mr. Garagos. I don't know if you know about Mark Garagos, but ever since he just came on after the Rico guy quit, Mark Garagos came on. I'm gonna get into a little bit about Mark Garagos in a minute and explain if y'all don't know about him. But he's pretty good, and he is the best to me. He's the best attorney Diddy has right now, and he has implemented this new strategy, and it's about the jury selection. So let's get into that. So remember, I've been telling y'all on this podcast from what we started October 30th. This has been an amazing journey with y'all as we count down to this trial in October 30th in November. Who would have told us this time would go by? Because I was like, May ain't gonna never get here. And I'm like, how can we cover this all the way till May? Well, here we are. We're only like a few weeks away now. And remember, I told you the most important part of getting a conviction or an acquittal, it all starts at the jury selection. That's the most important part. I would venture to say the jury selection, the jury you get is 60 to 70% of the reason of the outcome of the verdict. It's huge. So I've been telling y'all that. So now we are here, and you can see the focus they have on jury selection. They want a pool of up to 300 to 600 people to choose from. And now they got this strategy, y'all. And this is the strategy. They are trying to make the jury they want a bunch of freaks as jurors, Diddy and his team. They are asking questions like on the questionnaire, which is 70 questions, which is a pretty long questionnaire for a jury selection. They are asking potential jurors, how do you feel about multiple partners? They're asking them, how do you feel about watching freak off tapes? Stuff like that. The questionnaire is heavy into the sexual topic. It's just the questionnaire is like reading an adult movie, like reading the summaries of it or something. It's just sex. And you think about it, you say, wow, that's going to turn a lot of jurors off. But see, they ain't worried about that. They want the jury pool full of, they want the jury that they decide, they want it to be full of they want Ron Jeremy's. You might see Brian Pumper or Wesley Pipes or what some of the most famous corn stars. That's what they want the jury to be filled up with, because they know if you're against multiple partners, they know if you turned off by freak off tapes, the defense pretty much knows that you gonna be pushing for a guilty. Because like the average person, when you look at this questionnaire and it's asking all these freaky ass questions, when you look at it, you might not even know who the person who they talking about. You look at it and say, this, whoever this is, they guilty. I ain't never seen a jury questionnaire asking, do I prefer missionary or doggy style? Now they didn't ask that on the jury questionnaire. I just threw that out there, but they're asking all kind of sexual questions. But they don't want, so think about it. If you Diddy, you want a bunch of swingers, you want a bunch of freaky deaky people on that jury pool so they can look at your stuff and be like, well, I do that too. Well, that ain't that bad. And so they attacking it. Let's get into the article. So I gave you a little break, a little breakdown, a little prelude. But we're gonna get into how the article break it down, who, what, when, where, and why. And like I said, be prepared to see some see, if it's up to Diddy's attorney, it's gonna be a bunch of freaks in that jury. That's what they trying for. Anyway, Diddy's trial. This comes from Soap Central, Pop Culture. Diddy's trial, freak off tapes reportedly to be considered for the jury viewing. Sean Diddy Combs is facing legal trouble as he has been accused of crimes that include trafficking, racketeering. Y'all know all of that. But one key part of this situation is these damn freak off tapes. These tapes are reportedly being considered to be shown to the jury during his upcoming trial. Federal prosecutors say that the tapes show group activity, sexual activity at parties hosted by Diddy. Some of the people involved may not have given consent to be filmed. Others might have been underage or under the influence of drugs. These tapes could help prove the claims of abuse and control made by several witnesses. Diddy's lawyers have been trying to stop the tapes from being shown. They say the videos could unfairly influence the jury. They also claim that the footage does not prove trafficking. The trial is expected to begin in May, but according to the Forbes, superseding indictment came in and gave 5 new charges. We all went over that. The parties called freak-offs allegedly involved drugs, alcohol, and group sex. Prosecutors claim that people were sometimes filmed without their knowledge. Some may have even been underage. And these details are important because they support the claims of coercion and abuse. Now, several people have come forward with statements. One of them being member Courtney Burgess. I don't know what the hell happened to him, but we haven't heard from him in months and months and months. But he was a witness that said he had flash drives with videos of the events. He says Kim Porter, which is Diddy's late ex-partner, gave him the tapes. And Burgess also claims that the videos show famous people and, again, possibly minors. And according to Economic Times, the tapes are a key part of this case. Prosecutors believe they show that Diddy took part in illegal acts. They want to use the tapes to support the claims made by various witnesses. If accepted by court, the jury will be able to view these freaky tapes. Burgess said those tapes were recorded by hidden cameras in the home. He says they show people who did not know that they were being filmed. Some people were even allegedly under the influence or too young to give legal consent. The prosecution says this proves he used power and money to control others. His legal team says the video do not show trafficking. They say the acts were between consenting adults, and they are asking the court to block the tapes, claiming they could mislead to a shock in the jury. So all of this, and now since they can't get rid of them, they want to have the juror or the jury. They want to have the jury looking at them. So we're gonna have grandmas and grandpas, aunties and uncles watching corn. And like I said, I call it like I see it. And this is the first time, although it is a huge risk and it could blow up in their face, which I think it will. But as far as strategy, this is the best as far as strategy I've even seen out of defense. But like I said, that's all because of Mark Garagos. It's like, I don't know if Diddy and I feel like Stevie J went back to Diddy and said, "Hey Diddy, they Flo is saying yo is just dogging your defense team, calling them a bunch of car salesmen and used car salesmen, and you need to step it up and get somebody." So he got rid. He moved Garagos up to the top. Now, who is Mark Garagos? Let me give y'all a little background, so y'all got to watch him. Now, like I said, y'all know I've been killing and bashing Diddy's legal team this whole time, but I'm gonna put a little respect on Garagos' name. I'm gonna be honest, because he is pretty good at getting things done, and that's all it's about as a defense attorney. I don't have to like him. You don't have to like him. We discussing the case, and he gets things done. So Mark Garagos, just so you know, he's one of the most high-profile criminal defense attorneys in the U.S. He's represented many celebrities. Michael Jackson. Garagos represented Michael Jackson in the early 2003 child, the M-word case before he was eventually replaced by Thomas Mesereau. Also, he defended Winona Ryder. He defended her in 2002 when she was charged with shoplifting from a Saks Fifth Avenue. Another person y'all might know. Y'all ever heard of Chris Brown? Some of y'all might know Chris Brown. Chris Brown, he represented Chris Brown after the vicious 2009 domestic violence incident with Rihanna. And Garagos helped negotiate a plea deal that kept Chris Brown out of jail. He represented lying ass Jussie Smollett. Briefly, Scott Peterson, Kobe Bryant in a civil case, Barry Bonds, Nate Dogg, Colin Kaepernick. The list goes on and on. I ain't gonna bore you with all of it. I'm just letting you know the only reason Diddy's legal team is starting to look a little more organized or a little more intentional is because of Mark Garagos. And it only brings me back to my point. I ain't the only one who noticed that the legal team, Diddy's legal team, was looking like the Three Stooges. He brought Garagos in, and now they doing this sexual freaky ass questionnaire for the jurors. I don't agree with it, but if they don't have many options, Diddy pretty much looks as guilty as you could look. And so with limited options, since they can't get rid of the freak off tapes, they are, by them asking all these sexual questions, it will help them eliminate people who are going to probably be looking at Diddy as a guilty man even from the beginning. Now, another thing that nobody has really done, no other articles that I want to do real quick on this show, because we make sure we know what the hell is going on. A lot of people, they don't even explain how the jury pool, how the whole shit goes. They people so trying to get clicks and likes and telling the most raunchiest story. These days, you don't even get a lot of explanations as far as, the simple things. Everybody don't know how a jury selected, like really what's going on. And in a case like this, in order to understand, you got to really dig into what the process is. So what they're doing is they take a large group, and in this case, I've heard anywhere from 300 to 600 people. I don't know how many they're going to do. The defense wants the more the merrier. Each juror gets a questionnaire. They fill out the questionnaire. They answer all the questions. And then after they answer the questions, both sides, the defense and the prosecution, gets to eliminate people. One way to eliminate them is for cause, meaning they can eliminate them because of clear biases or that for some reason that potential juror can't be fair. So that's called a strike. Then they also can do preemptory strikes where it's a limit on that, but they can eliminate, but that means they can just eliminate whoever they want for whatever reason, but they have a limit on that. I have to tell you that so we can understand what the strategy now. So Diddy wants a huge jury pool, right? He wants all those 70 questions answered. And they're going to go through, and I'm telling you right now, anybody on that list that's not comfortable with multiple partners, they're eliminating them. If you're going to have a problem watching freak off tapes, the defense is eliminating them. If you say, if you're on that questionnaire, if you say, I've had multiple partners my whole life, or you say, hell yeah, I want to watch them freak off tapes. See, those the ones the defense want to keep on there. Because for one, if you want to watch the freak off tapes or don't have a problem, you might not necessarily automatically, but you might really be a Diddy fan. You might want to see the freaky tapes. If you've had multiple partners your whole life or don't think nothing is wrong with having multiple sex partners, then you're gonna look at you could look at what Diddy's done as, hey, that ain't nothing. That's what me and my boys do every day. And so from that 300, let's just say 300, because 600 seems OD. I think they're gonna stick to a 300 pool. Out of that 300, the defense and the prosecution are gonna eliminate. It's like a limit date. Y'all remember that show, Limit Date? Where it'd be all these people on a date with one person and then they slowly got eliminated. I miss shows like that. Anyway, it's like that. And they're gonna keep eliminating. The Diddy gonna want all the freaky people. The prosecution gonna want to get rid of all the freaky people. And they're gonna keep eliminating till they get down to 12. And then of course they're gonna need some juror, some alternates or whatever you want to call them, replacements just in case. And so that's how it goes. And I'm sure a lot of y'all out there didn't know exactly how it goes, because I didn't either. I know they pick jurors and I knew kind of like around, like vaguely what they do, but I didn't really understand the breakdown of exactly how they get down, how they're gonna get down to the 12 in this case, and that's how they're gonna do it. So, like I said, be prepared. When's the last time you heard about jury selection where they asking about fucking and multiple partners and freak off tapes? I'm telling y'all, get ready for the freakiest, craziest trial you ever saw in your life. If you don't understand how freaky this whole thing around Diddy and all of that is, well, did I tell you the one about the story where the guy was with allegedly at a Diddy party dressed up in a penis costume? Remember that one? When the last time we had stories like this around a trial? Well, anyway, Jay-Z and Beyonce were mentioned in that lawsuit where the guy said Diddy paraded him around at a Diddy party. He paraded him around dressed as a cock. And it was crazy. But the part that blew it for me and blew it for him is that he said Jay-Z and Beyonce was there. And even I looked up the date and all of that. And Jay-Z literally was at a title event. He had just purchased title not too long before that. And so Jay-Z and Beyonce weren't there, and they had proof. And then so the guy had to change his story and say they weren't there, but he did. He was dressed like an eggplant. this is real story. So this story is so crazy. I don't even understand why so many people with platforms are using clickbait and stuff. Like, you don't need no fucking clickbait for this. This is the truth is crazy enough in this trial. I don't do that clickbait. I come with facts. I tell facts, and that's that. But this is, I mean, you talking about, you got guys talking about they are paraded around parties dressed as private parts. But that's why I told y'all I can't wait to get back into the I can't wait to get to the real trial, which we're here now. We got a few weeks, but they're gonna be, once they start the jury selection and all of that, which is only a couple weeks away, we are on the downhill of this trial that we've been waiting for what it seems like forever. And we here now. And all of y'all here with me, I appreciate every last one of y'all for taking this journey with me. This has been a crazy ride. And like I said, as much as even I'm prepared for the craziness that's about to go on, I think it's going to be even crazier, uh, uh, even crazier than I think. And if you want an idea how crazy this is, listen to the articles that are out, that are dropping. Now, New York Post just came with a crazy article about Diddy. When I read the headline, I said, I don't know what the hell this is about, but I got to bring it to the community. And so here I am. This is from the New York Post. And it says, Diddy's forced. This is about his life in prison right now, giving us a little peek inside of what's going on as Diddy's in prison waiting on this trial. Some stuff I'm sure you didn't know or would even imagine is going on. They say Diddy is forced to use $1 cans of fish in prison as currency as he awaits his trafficking freak-off charges. What the hell is that about? So they say Diddy and his inmates are allowed to spend up to $180 every night using money that loved ones can place in their commissary funds. So there's a limit on money. So no matter how much money you got, you can only spend 180. 6 packs of Snickers sell for $5.95 and Cheez-Its for $3.65. Shit, that's cheaper than what we paying at the way these groceries are. Those are among the snacks that are available to Diddy. It says it marks a far cry from the world of dripping lobster tails and luxury that Combs was once made a central part of his brand. Government informants and former gang members may be at risk of retributive attacks in general population. They are held in a secure wing where Diddy is on a certain floor with about 19 other people. Diddy, they say, has nothing to worry about but except money because there's a limit on it and he's used to having unlimited access. Correction officers oversee multiple compulsory daily check-ins with inmates. He explained the bathroom has stalls and inmates take meals in the common area. While they don't have internet access, they can watch movies or listen to music on tablets that can be bought at the commissary. Combs meets with his legal team frequently behind bars, often in a conference room off the common area in the what they call 4 North. He was provided with a laptop without Wi-Fi so he could go through different evidence evidence that the prosecutors turned over. His laptop can only be used between the hours of 8 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. However, Combs' hair and beard, once dyed jet black, are now gray, as hair dye is not allowed at MDC. No, just for man. You can't have no just for men's in there. And remember, let's stop right there for a second. Remember when all those not prosecutors, but all those reporters, like I told y'all, you can't follow this trial with somebody who don't know nothing about the culture because you only gonna get half the story, and y'all already know half the story. But if you remember when Diddy finally popped back out a few, what was it, about a month or so ago? And then reporters off Law and Crime and all the different areas were like, Diddy's really aging overnight. He came into the courtroom, his head was fully white, all gray hair. And I came right to the podcast because there was too many people running with that. And I'm like, did y'all not know that Diddy was gray during COVID when nobody could buy stuff and go nowhere? And then he dyed his hair much like most 50-year-olds, 40, 50, 60-year-olds in the industry and celebrities. And it was so many people running with that sounding so stupid. I had to come to the podcast. Y'all remember, I'm sure y'all remember the episode when I was like, look, y'all, if you don't know, Diddy was already gray. Quit listening to people trying to make a big deal because all his head gray. He just didn't have his just for man. Now that was a month and a half or so ago, maybe 2 months. I know it was a while ago when I said that and when we talked about that. Now here you is, and this is why we kick in the mainstream media's ass. Now they just now mentioning and finding out that he's not allowed, his hair is gray because he's not allowed to dye it in the MDC. Oh, y'all just not figured that out? See, I told my people that months and months ago when all y'all was running around just trying to make up stories. It's like, because they're not interesting, like meaning the people or these old school mainstream media, because they're not interesting, they have to exaggerate and make stories out of nothing. I will never do that. I feel like I can make anything interesting. So I don't add extras or make up stories just for shock value. And so many podcasters and YouTubers do that. They wanted to make a big story about Diddy's hair being gray so it can look like, oh, he's aging. Look at his hair. No, he don't have his fucking just for man. That's all. Next. Can we get to some real news and some real facts? So like I said, if you following the Diddy trial, make sure you following somebody of the culture or you're not getting the whole story. Because it's so much that you miss if you're not part of the culture. Of course, you're gonna say something like that. So I just thought that was kind of funny that the mainstream media just now realized he couldn't dye his hair, and that's why it's gray. Let's continue. They said his gray he can't have hair dye. And although toiletries and other items such as watches and radios are available in the commissary. Now, as a pretrial inmate, listen to this. As a pretrial inmate, Combs will wear brown jail clothes. The prison canteen has a rotating menu with lasagna and vegetarian pasta fazool on offer every second Friday of the month, served with spinach and salad. Now, everybody that I've talked to at the MDC say they a flat lie when they talk about this food. Now, I don't know if Diddy getting special treatment, but I've had so many people DM me every time that they put this message out about the food. They say they have husbands there, they have sons there, they have different people there, and they say they damn near pretty much eat a boiled egg and bread. Like, they say don't believe none of that food shit they say. So I'm just telling you what I've been told from real people who have people in MDC. Like I said, they call it the tomb, meaning it's literally just a place to die because it's raunchy and trifling and the food is nasty and spoiled and it's just so many. So I just wanted to add that context because I remember when I first reported, I think it was People magazine was talking about all this good food that they eat in there. And I'm telling y'all, I had so many DMs like, Flo, don't believe that article. They give boiled eggs. I got a husband there. I go there every week. And we call it the tomb. And so I got so many messages like that. Now every article, when I see them, And it makes sense because these prisons have budgets for food, just like they have budgets for all kind of stuff. So if you have budgets for food, right, but you're serving boiled eggs and water, you can't put that shit in an article because whoever's giving you their budget, they're gonna be like, why the hell they not eating lasagna, or why ain't, what happened to the spinach? So to, in order to keep the front up, and I'm speaking on Diddy could be getting special treatment, but I'm really speaking about for all the inmates and putting the real word out there so y'all know like how they treating inmates there according to real people who are going through it. And y'all know that's what this platform is about. What are the real people saying? Whatever the regular Americans are saying in my DMs, especially when it's a whole lot of them saying the same thing, I'm gonna bring it here. And in this particular situation, they say don't believe this food. Don't believe none of that food shit they saying. They say the food is trifling. And they said most of the time is boiled eggs and stuff like that, and water and just nothing, stuff like that. So like I said, I don't know if Diddy getting special treatment, but every time I read about all this meals and all this food, I'm like, let me make sure I tell y'all what I've been getting DMs and in my Facebook and everything. They lying about their food. They might be kissing Diddy's ass, but for the regular inmates, ain't none of this shit in there. So visitors are allowed only on Tuesdays. Let's continue. And phone calls are capped at 15 minutes each and can be monitored by the government. Now, despite these restrictions, Diddy's life in Fort North will be far less punishing than that of the other parts of the MDC, which I just broke it down to you. Just being able to interact, play chess, and talk makes all the difference in the world, a criminal consultant said. And this actual person spent a year under where Diddy is. Not on the level he is, but I guess it's another level under. Now, Combs' lawyer have raised no complaints over their client's conditions in the MDC. So it lets me know he probably is getting special treatment, but have objected to the monitoring of his communications by the government as well as search of personal notes he kept inside of the unit. Well, tough cookie, because that's what everybody go through. Combs has allegedly tapped into the allotted minutes of other inmates' phone privileges and has tried to contact potential witnesses through three-way calling, according to prosecutors. Diddy just ain't gonna stop, is he? Now, these modes of communication are common behind bars. His defense has argued Combs has denied the charges against him. Bam. Just like that. Diddy is going through it, and this is what how karma does. But it is sad. So when we talk about the regular people, you see how this world is. You see how Diddy's team, they've been complaining about everything. But the fact that they haven't complained one time or did any complaining about Diddy's conditions lets you know how we treat people with money and power versus how we treat the average everyday person. So Diddy might be he probably is getting lasagna and this and that or whatever. I can't say, but judging from what his legal team is not complaining about, since they're not complaining, he probably is getting that food. But then when I hear everyday average Americans saying that their son or their boyfriend or their husband is damn near dying in the MDC and that the food is terrible. They say it's fucking maggots. They say, like I said, they just nicknamed it a tomb. That tells you all you need to know. A tomb. You know what a tomb is. So as we continue, we're like, will he get special treatment during this trial? I'm sure I'm sure he will. But that's just how the lay of the land. That isn't even nothing particular just to Diddy. You know, we just live in a world where if you have money and power and people know you, we as a society, or should I say the system in place, is going to give you preferential treatment. We just got to deal with it. We just got to deal with it. So the Diddy trial is heating up. The Diddy trial is going to be the first trial that is literally, I think I would say calling it rated R wouldn't even be good enough. This is rated X. This is going to be, people are going to be watching adult movies in the trial. I can only imagine what's going to be said. People are going to have to cover your kids' ears and just listening to recaps. But I'm looking forward to getting out there. Like I said, I will go to the trial. I'm gonna pick when I want to go. I don't know when I'm gonna go, but I am gonna go out there at least for a few days and see it for myself. I'm looking forward to that. Um, this gonna be a big one. This gonna be a big one. And I'm glad to be able to share it and talk to it with a great community. I would have never guessed that there would be so many people who are on the same page as me, that just want the facts, want to keep it straight, and want justice for those hurt. And we ain't got to do all that bickering and all that toxic arguing. I never thought it was so many people that thought like me, to be honest. I thought you had to have all type of controversy. I thought you and your community, everybody got to be arguing, and you know how most of these communities are. And so I just never want to be a part of that. So I didn't start this thinking it was going to be catching on like wildfire. I didn't think it was so many people who thought like that. So just enjoying to have a bunch of people who think, and we all on the same page about, you know, how we feel about this and that, and you know, we're not judging each other. It's all about love, and everybody's just looking out for everybody. So I appreciate that. And now we got to do what we always do. We're gonna get to Luigi. They are making a strong, opinionated situation. Right, it's a strong situation going on right now, and people are very opinionated on it. We need to talk about it, and it's concerning the death penalty of trying to put Luigi to death. Giving him the death penalty. If you don't remember or don't know, I'm sure everybody knows, but Luigi is about to go on trial for allegedly killing Brian Thompson, who was the CEO of United Healthcare. And they are trying to put Luigi to death to make an example out of him, but they are coming for this lady. So we're gonna get into that. But before we get into that Luigi situation, real quick, y'all know what we gotta do. We gotta give a shout out to everybody who is making this possible. And when I say the people that are making it possible, I'm talking about the subscribers. The subscribers allow us to come have our own platform. This is the people's platform. We talk about what we want to talk about, and we give the facts. We don't need to pander to anybody. And the way we're able to do that, and the way where we are going to continue to be able to do that, is being a self-sufficient podcast, meaning subscribers and people supporting the merch store on andidon'tlikeit.com. And so every show we take a second to give flowers to those who deserve them. And today's subscriber of the day, I love her name. Subscriber of the day with a $3 donation. She subscribed, and she is a part of the Flow Show subscriber family. This show today is brought to you by Leah Sponberg. Leah Sponberg. Come on down. Everybody thank Leah in the comments. Panzea said they will be subscribing soon. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate you. But everybody clap it up for Leah. Leah, much love to you for subscribing and keeping this going. Like I said, y'all, I need everybody subscribing. We want to do more. We want to continue to grow, but the subscribers are really the secret sauce and the key to this whole show. This show is not what it is without subscribers. This show would be vanilla. You might as well watch CNN. Because that's the type of show you got to have when you got to depend on sponsors. So, Leah, and let me tell you real quick, Leah, why I love that name. Do you know my first ever girlfriend in the whole wide world? I was in 5th grade. I was too young to be having a girlfriend. I don't know what my fast butt thought I was doing, but her name was Leah. So shout out to Leah, my first ever girlfriend in my life. And here you go, Leah, a subscriber. So every time I see that name, I think of my first girlfriend. So Leah, thank you for subscribing. Everybody shout out. Everybody shout out Leah and thank her because she is responsible for today's episode. Now, before we Luigi. Oh, shoppers. Let me shout out shopper of the day too. I forgot. Mona. How could I forget? Mona. Thank you for the purchase at the end. I don't like it store. Also, she's been a good supporter. Matter of fact, fun fact on Mona, like I think I told you, Mona was the very first subscriber. She subscribed in this podcast started in October 30th. Mona probably subscribed the first week of November. And I didn't even know what the hell I was going to be doing. I didn't even ask for any subscribers. And Mona subscribed all the way and has been a subscriber to this day. And I didn't start offering subscriptions or really talking about them until January. And that's when I figured that was going to be the best situation for us in order to keep growing and keep talking and not having to use so many code words and being able to cuss out whoever needed to be cussed out or cooked. I don't know why y'all love when I cook, folks. So I'm starting to have a section where I'm gonna call it Flo's Kitchen, where I'm gonna figure out who getting cooked today in the celebrity world or whoever. Because I'm telling you one thing, they don't want it with me. They know I ain't. They know I ain't no joke. So they leave me alone unless they want to get cooked. So I say all that to say thank you, Mona. Thank you, Leah, and y'all need to thank them because it's because of them we are thriving and able to do what we do. But Luigi, do y'all remember the lady Pam Bondi that told us that the lists were coming? It was whispers that the Diddy list and the Epstein list, and then Pam Bondi made a big statement about it, and nothing really ever happened. And then when they brought out whatever the Epstein stuff they brought out was the same shit we already saw, and it's like it's just been a big charade. Well, she's back at it, and they say Pam Bondi wants to execute Luigi for Instagram likes and clout. They're saying she wants to execute Luigi as basically a political stunt. She's using another man's life. In her eyes, that's expendable. She's using that life to level up her own self. Couldn't be me. Let's get into this article. So defense attorneys for Luigi are arguing that Attorney General Pam Bondi is seeking the death penalty for their client as content, and I quote, for a new Instagram account. This is sickening. She ordered the death penalty and publicly released her order so she would have content for her newly launched Instagram account. Sickening. The defense is asking the court to block the government from seeking the death penalty. They argue that Bondi's announcement of the move was a political stunt and that she failed to indicate Luigi's presumption of innocence. You see why we need platforms like this? You see, I got, just for doing what I'm doing right now, just educating you on what articles are saying, TikTok banned me for talking about Luigi, which is why I ain't gonna never stop talking about Luigi. You got me fucked up. Ain't nobody gonna tell me what I can talk about. Fuck TikTok and any platform like it. I am going to continue to address what needs to be addressed. If you mad because I'm just merely educating the people and telling them what's going on straight from articles, all of my shit comes from articles. So if you banning me, you basically showing, hey, y'all showing y'all hand, y'all proving me right. They say that her death, we back to the article, they say that her death penalty media blitz on April 1st has prejudiced the potential pool of grand jurors against their client, who has yet to even be indicted on federal charges. The stakes could not be higher, the lawyer said. The United States government intends to kill Mr. Luigi as a political stunt. The Justice Department did not immediately respond to Daily Beast's request. Luigi, a former Ivy Leaguer, stands accused of you know what. Bondi issued a press release, appeared on Fox News, and posted on her new Instagram account saying Luigi Maggioni's murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man and a father of 2 young children, was a premeditated, cold-blooded assassination that shocked America. After careful consideration, I have directed federal prosecutors to seek the death penalty in this case as we carry out President Trump's agenda to stop violent crime and make America safe again. Now, let me tell you something. To be an attorney general, now me as a freaking podcaster, I have to say, Diddy says he's innocent. He's pled not guilty. I have to give disclaimers. I have to kind of give both sides. I give my opinion, but I let you know what's going on with the defense and the prosecution. I'm just a fucking podcaster. This is an attorney general that makes a statement on their Instagram page, and the whole statement is supposed to be for shock value. She didn't say is allegedly or is charged with the murder of Brian Thompson. No. This is your attorney general saying Luigi Maggioni's murder of Brian Thompson, an innocent man and father of 2, was premeditated and cold-blooded. But I thought you was innocent until proven guilty. Even in the Diddy case, in my opinion, I think he's guilty, right? But I'm still on the podcast waiting for the trial, giving both sides, and letting everybody know, even as we cover every article that I read, for the most part, letting y'all know Diddy has pled guilty, innocent to proven guilty. I just think he's guilty, right? Well, here is an attorney general putting out a statement like that, not even saying allegedly. They do what the fuck they want to do. Whether you think it's horrible what Luigi did, or whether you find that it is karma from all the shady stuff that go on in healthcare. I'm not here to argue that right now. I'm just here to argue the double standard of how an attorney general can just flat out call somebody who hasn't even been to trial, hasn't been convicted, how they can literally make a statement like this. This is an attorney general, not a YouTuber or not a podcaster, not a content creator, an attorney general making a careless statement like that and getting away with it and posting it on Instagram. Now I post some shit like that, they gonna want to ban me if I just said this happened. According to her post, Luigi did it. No trial, no anything. That's irresponsible. And that's a double standard. And it looks bad. And it doesn't do anything but make everybody else say, well, shit, we can say whatever we want. If the attorney general don't got to say allegedly, don't have to say innocent to proven guilty. It's a couple words they could have put, she could have put in that statement and made it decent. But if she don't have to, why the fuck do I? Or anybody else podcast or YouTube and a content creator? Why I can't just come on here and be like, yeah, Diddy did it. He did this, he did that. Ain't no way, hey, guilty, forget it. He already get it. Why we can't do that? Why does the attorney general get to just make statements like that? I don't know, y'all. It's just it ain't right. But anyway, Luigi Maggioni's murder of Brian Thompson will be going to trial. Now, will he get the death penalty or not? I don't know. I mean, meaning I should say this: is the death penalty going to be on the table or not? I don't know. But we shall see. And like I said, Pam, we just waiting for the list that you told us about. You told us there was a list coming out. We've been waiting for the Diddy list, Epstein list. It ain't. You ain't doing none of that. You pushing. You trying to blow your Instagram up. You trying to get a lot of followers. I don't need my attorney general trying to get a lot of followers. I don't know about y'all. I just need them to be doing their job. Like I always say, no excuses. And I want to leave you with this. One of the most impactful things that my father taught me, and I taught it to my son, and I encourage anybody out there to teach this and drill this into your child, because it's life changing. And y'all heard me talk about it, but I can never talk about it too much. And it's the idea that no excuses, only solutions. See, the big reason why I'm where I am today through the hard work is because I don't accept any excuses, only solutions. But when I was a kid, I was an excuse maker. Oh, as long as I had a great excuse, that made me feel good about lackluster performance or being mediocre or not getting this done or not getting that done. I was a little kid, and when my dad wouldn't accept my excuses, it would make me cry. Because the next thing for making excuses is not, you want to be a victim, so now you want to cry. So I'm talking from experience of knowing that my dad drilling into me, excuses are for losers. And really drilling that into me, got that out of me. By the time I became a young man, I don't make no fucking excuses for anything. I do what needs to be done, and that's that. And I see so many people around me, people I just watch. The number one thing that holds people back, is because they lean on excuses and don't even realize it. See, they already have in the back of their mind that they can come up with a good excuse, and that's good enough. So they don't get shit done. They lean on their excuses. See, excuses leads to depression. Excuses lead to misery. The excuses are a temporary high. They are a temporary satisfaction. So when you don't get shit done, if you got a good excuse that you can tell people, they good with that. Yeah, whoo, I didn't get the shit done, but at least I had a good excuse. But guess what? That fades quickly. And then your subconscious, you feel like a slacker. And over time, those excuses just pile up, pile up, pile up. And then now you just sunken in misery because you're not putting the work in. You letting excuses hold you back. See, being happy is hard work. It takes hard work. So people ask me, or they say, Flo, you always upbeat. You always happy. You always bring joy. You always this, you always that. Well, let me tell you the secret. I bust my ass. I don't take no excuses for shit. Either it needs to get done, either it's done or it ain't. If it ain't, why not? It should be done. That's how I live my life. Well, guess what happens? Yeah, it's the opposite of making excuses. It's harder at first. It takes a lot of work to not make no excuses and just get the shit done, right? But the end result of that is you always happy about what the fuck is going on around you. And you don't have no regrets because wherever you may fall short at, in your mind, you did every fucking thing possible to make it happen. And there's nothing else you could have did. So you stay upbeat. Now contrast that to excuse makers. Now these excuses, they held them over for a little while, but when all of this shit hit the fan and you ain't getting shit done, now you feeling depressed and you don't know why. You are depressed because you can fool the world, but you can't fool yourself. Yourself know that you ain't doing shit but making excuses. And that is why. And so I'm telling you, especially for little boys or men, I don't care how much they fight you. I don't care how much they cry. Drill into them the idea that in this world, there's only solutions and excuses. You don't want to be one living in excuses. It's a miserable life. You want to be the one that just say, how the fuck can I get this done? Nobody wants to hear excuses. And I say all that to say because that literally, if my dad did not get that excuse making crap out of me when I was a kid, I wouldn't be here in front of y'all right now. I wouldn't have achieved anything noteworthy. Because excuse making and living in excuse making is a real sickness, y'all. I'm telling you from experience. See, I can speak on it because I was born as an excuse maker as a child. And when you didn't accept my excuse, I would cry. But lucky for me, my family didn't believe that. Didn't let me live in that shit. My family would just keep saying, no excuses, get it done. Or be a slacker. But don't think your excuses. They used to say, don't think the people that you telling your excuses to, don't think they ever believe them. That's just you faking your own self out. They might not even say nothing when you give them that. Well, why they ain't done? I didn't get this yet. You were supposed to send me that. I couldn't cause I had something to do and I ran out of time. And then the person say, okay. But in the back of their mind, they just know you full of shit. But they ain't gonna tell you that. You walk away thinking you, whew, good. Got an excuse out the way. I'm good. No. Me, get the shit done. You're gonna feel way better. Now, where did that story come from? There's so many things, but I'm gonna give you an example. There are some orders that were delayed for the merch. Big delay. So over the weekend, now y'all know I make hella content during the week. I'm the hardest working podcaster, content creator you'll ever see because my people, my listeners, my fans, y'all get new content from me every fucking day. In the last 2.5 years, there has probably been 4 days total out of out of damn near 1,000 days. There have been 4 days total that I didn't drop some new content. This is why I'm crushing my competition. My people see new shit from me every day. So, with that rigorous content schedule that I have, my weekends are important for me to recharge. So I can continue to be fresh, continue to have the energy to do what I do. Well, this weekend, I couldn't rest. You know why? There were orders, too many orders delayed on the merchants on my merch store. So I worked all fucking weekends getting merchandise out. That's not my job, but it is now. Because I don't fucking play around with shit not getting done right. Period. I wasn't raised like that. I don't put my name on shit like that. So I'm gonna be straight up honest with y'all. This is gonna be a tough week for me because I got literally no rest. I did a full week of doing 2 hours worth of content on the show and doing 2 hours worth of content on social media all week. Then I had to bust my ass all weekend, couldn't go do stuff. My friends were hanging out, wanted me to come. I couldn't do shit. Why? Because I'm doing merchandise and getting these orders out. And it's not even my job, but it is now. I don't make no excuses. I feel good today. You know why? Because Heather been waiting. I got her order out myself. Emily Lanes, I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Your order is on the way. Laura, your order is on the way. Ashley Hall, your order is on the way. Yvonne, Asiana, and Monique, I will get on yours this week to get that out. I don't give a fuck if I got to work from 4 a.m. to 3 a.m. Get an hour sleep, wake up, and get back to this show as long as my people are taken care of and what I got my name on is running the way it's supposed to run. I don't have to name names. I don't have to say nothing because it ain't about naming names. It's not about excuses. I just don't make them. I only have one option, and that's get it done. Thank you for the super chat or something. Hold on. What was that? I saw something green. Did y'all see that? I hope I missed. What did I miss? I missed something in the chat. But anyway, I just get it done. And so I say all that. Y'all know I'm straightforward with y'all. I don't hide nothing. I don't sugarcoat nothing. But I'm telling y'all right now, I just added a new thing to my list. Y'all know I do everything myself anyway. From here on out, I will be handling all the new orders, all my merch, and everything will be out ASAP. You will get your shit fast because I don't fuck around like that. And that's just me to my listeners. Y'all know I don't sugarcoat nothing. I don't lie. I always tell you it's so much easier just to be truthful and tell people exactly what's going on. Shout out to the new member, Monique Ziegler, the first member of my YouTube channel, a subscriber or a member. The YouTube now, we have super chats. We got you can give me a tip, all of that. So shout out to the new member, Monique. I appreciate the support. We need more, but anyway, we need more people to check out the super chats where you can make statements and all type of stuff, but we'll get into that after this show. I'm gonna wrap this show up. I'm getting a little long-winded, but I did want to get this message out. No excuses. It's getting done. So don't worry. I got it from here on out. So all the new orders I was doing. Listen, I am so much about providing a service and taking care of my people. Do y'all know I have my headbands I want to drop? They ready to drop. I just haven't dropped them yet. I got a new hoodie with my face on it with this green. Y'all know my logo with the green headband and that face. I got that on a hoodie and a shirt. I'm so excited about the new stuff I have, but I'm the type, I'm not dropping shit until everybody got their shit that I already ordered. That's just how I am. I don't even want to drop this new stuff. So now I'm figuring I will be caught up this week, and I will be able to link my store to my YouTube because I am a monetized YouTuber now. I am a YouTube partner that just happened on Thursday or Friday of last week, y'all. So congratulations to y'all for supporting. I am a YouTube partner now. So now I can link my store, do super chats, all type of stuff. So shout out to everybody that helped out, man. Y'all have been amazing. But I will use this week to get caught up. And I look forward to dropping the new collection of all the And I Don't Like It. I have the Flow Show No Filter and I Don't Like It merge. So I have some stuff, some merchandise coming out with And I Don't Like It and Flow Show No Filter all in one, which is a collab with those are amazing designs. I'm so excited to drop it. But first things first, I got to get all the rest of these. We got mostly everybody, but we got to get the rest of these out to the people, and then I'll be ready to drop. But like I said, y'all just know me. It ain't no anger. It ain't nothing, but this how I was raised. I was raised just to bring it straight direct and be honest with your people. And then after you do that, also get it done. I'm not making no excuses. Get out the way and let me do it. And that's my motto for anything. It ain't merchandise. It ain't content. It ain't none of that. This is why I love what I do. I hook up my own equipment. I record my own. I do everything myself. Why? Because ain't nobody gonna do it like you gonna do it. So I appreciate everybody. I just wanted to clear the air and let everybody know what's going on in the Flow Show No Filter world. We are crushing it because of y'all. People like Monique, who are my first member, my first YouTube member. Member is a member, paid member. I really appreciate you, Monique. Look forward to people learning how to use the super chats and all of that next tomorrow. We'll get into all of that. But the bottom line is, y'all, I'm telling you, one of the most important things you can teach to your young child that will change their life is get them excuses about it. Telling you, I plead with you because I was that excuse maker. I was that person as a child. Like I said, and if you didn't like my excuse, then I had the tears ready to drop too. Here come the tears. If the excuse don't work, the tears should get you. And I thank God Almighty himself that I had a father and I had a family and I had uncles and I had a mom and I had all type of people in my life that wouldn't let me succumb to that excuse shit. And it changed my life. It changed my trajectory. It changed my inner peace. And if my parents didn't do that and my family didn't do that, I don't know where I would be right now. Bye. As always, I love y'all, but I'm out. Boom. Yo, 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 yo. What is up? Boom, boom, boom. Another one. Boom, 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 boom. Don't. Another one bites the dust. So yeah, y'all. I didn't know I had muted. You know we gotta do another one bites the dust song. What's up, breakfast crew? What it do? Breakfast crew, what it do? Shauna, hey Shanna, you gotta hit Shanna. Shanna got you. That's what I'm saying. Hey Shanna has yeah, Diddy is side on me. Hey, Shanna got Shauna and Michelle's order. She has all the stuff for y'all stuff, man. And so y'all gotta hit her up. Yes, I'm telling you, Shanna handling it. So you gotta hit up Shanna directly. Y'all in that group chat, talk about the orders. Ain't nothing to talk about but the orders. I'm doing everything I can. And thanks, Lauren. I can't do Shauna's. I can't do Michelle's two orders. Shanna has all of that stuff, and she's had it all for about a month. So I did my part. And if it if it still takes too long, Shauna and Michelle, eventually I'm gonna have to. Like if y'all don't get done this week, I'm gonna have to do y'all's next week or something, Shauna. So I apologize. Shauna, so I like I said, I'll take care of it, but that's why I would have had yours. I would have did yours over the weekend too, but I don't have the stuff. But I'll figure it out. It should have been done. It wasn't. It's been over a month. I took care of everything immediately. I bought the merch. I did all of that immediately. It should have been done. I'm gonna just call it out. I'm no. I can't do this. I can't. I just had to call it for what it is. It is what it is. It should have been done. But like I said, I'll get on. I'll do it. I'll do it. Like I said, if I have to buy more, buy the same materials or whatever, I'll get it done. I was given it a chance to get done the right way, but don't worry about it. Like I said. Other than that, let me get this. Let me get Buzz Sprout. Let me get Apple and Spotify loaded up real quick. What is the where is today's episode? Here we go. That's the 14th. It ain't really no way nobody can help me. I got it. It would have been better. I'm not giving nobody nothing to do nothing no more. Not outside, nothing important. I got it. I could have did it. I don't even really need no help. I could do it all myself, and I'm just gonna do it all myself. It ain't even no big deal. I'm telling y'all, I got it. I wish I would have did everything myself from the beginning, to be honest, because it's just easier for me. I know I'm gonna get it done. Just period. We all go through shit. You think I don't go through shit? I go through hella shit. But you got to get things done, man. And so, like I said, don't I appreciate the help, Amy? No, I appreciate it, Amy. If it was something, if it was a way that you could help me, I would accept the help. I would tell you, but really, it's only the merch, and I can just do it myself. Other than that, I got everything under control. So I appreciate it. It's just that nothing I could really ask you to help me with. So I wouldn't just, I ain't gonna ask you to just do anything. So I got it. It ain't even like I said. It's just easier for me to do everything myself. And I could do everything myself. So I'm gonna do everything myself. Ain't no problem. I ain't mad about it. I ain't upset. I am happy and grateful to be in a position to do everything myself. So don't take it as I'm upset. Don't take it as I'm mad. I'm just going to do everything myself because that is the key to me evolving and continue to grow this podcast and this channel. So don't worry about it. I got it. It ain't no okay, Kobe, you said you got me. Oh yeah. My bad. Yeah, Kobe, I meant to hit you too. So as I just give me like this week to get everything caught up. Because I got half of everything caught up yesterday. If I would have had everything I needed, I would have got every single last order that was left out over the weekend. Because that's just how I am. But uh after this week, if I need some help, I would definitely reach out and let y'all know. Yeah, I'm good. So don't worry about it. I will let y'all know. But let me get caught up this week, which, like I said, I man, I worked. My people will tell you, I worked the entire weekend, all day Saturday, all day Sunday, and then by the time I was done getting orders out Sunday evening, it was time for me to prep for today's show. So I literally been working since y'all seen me on Friday. I've been working since this morning, really. But it don't bother me. This is a blessing. This is a blessing that people support you, a blessing people. So I'm gonna just do what I gotta do. It's not nothing at all. I'm not tripping. This is just like I told you, I come from a family that you just get shit done. I'm not like, worried about what anybody did or didn't do. None of that. I just know how to get shit done and I'm gonna do it. That's it. So like I said, ain't nobody upset or none of that. It's just that I have to I'll handle it myself and I'll feel better because I can't sleep. I can't even sleep good at night when shit not running right like it's supposed to. Thank you, y'all. Yeah, I'm a beast. So I'm gonna tell y'all more. This is the after show, so I get to talk and tell y'all more. Not getting chance, not getting stuff done is why I had to end the lunch show. I will bring back more shows as I get caught up. But had I been handling everything from the beginning, I wouldn't have had to stop doing the show. Um, were held up because of this. I know immediately when something's not running right. I know immediately. So I already knew. I saw how it was going. I already knew that I didn't have no time to be on no lunch show because I already knew and suspected that stuff would be late. Y'all know I had to come outside. I don't know why I be thinking that I'm gonna be able to just. I don't know why I think I could just do it in back in the office room. Yep, it's outside time, Amy. I'm out here, and the signal is stronger. Uh, Guess I could take this off too. Let me take this down. Let me get Diddy out of here. Here we go, y'all. All right, thanks, Mona. Hey, Luigi, update, April 18th. Luigi goes to court, so I will be keeping an eye on that. Thank you, Mona. And by the way, Mona, did you want a black t-shirt? I see you ordered a white, and I know you said something about the size, but did you want me to do a black one instead of white, or you want me to do the white one that you ordered? Because I'm gonna get yours out today. Like this is how it's gonna be going now. See how Mona just got her placed her order Friday or Saturday. I would have had Mona's order out over the weekend. I just wanted to make sure if you want a black one or a white one, a black or white shirt. Because I know you were saying you wanted a black one, but you were saying like the size, whatever. All right, cool. I'll do a black one. All right, so Mona, yours will be going out this week. Like I said, I feel better at handling myself, y'all. So don't take it as Flo mad. Flo just tells you straight truth. I'm actually happy. I feel much better me doing it myself because it's going to be done like everything else. Y'all know I'm here 7:30 sharp every day. I don't have no boss telling me to start at 7:30 every day. But that's how I am. I get shit done on time. I do everything on time. I ain't missed a deadline since I was a kid. I haven't missed a deadline since I was a kid. I'm different. And I done had all type of tragedies. I done had my mama burnt up. I done had my mama burnt up and I was a little kid. My mama caught a fire accident that almost killed her. I still had to handle my business. And that's what my mom and my dad expect out of me. So I'm comfortable handling it. So don't think I'm upset or anything. I'm actually happy. I feel much better me handling it because I know it's going to be done the way it needs to be done. So yeah, I got you. That's what it's designing. I'm designing one I'm designing one in this image. I'm designing all the headbands in this image. It's so sweet. I'm telling y'all, I literally just want to get caught up with all the orders. That's how I told y'all I'm not about the money. I'm about the service. If I was about the money, I'd have been dropping the headbands. I'd be dropping my new hoodie with my face on it with the Flow Show No Filter, and I don't like it. But I don't give a fuck about the money. I want to take care of y'all and make sure it's right so I can feel good about dropping new merchandise. I don't want to drop new merch and I got people waiting on their merch. Like, I'm just straight like that. My headbands and all that, they ready to go. I could drop them today. But I want to take this week, catch up, get everybody out who need to be out, and then we can start fresh. And then going forward, I'm handling it myself. So everything's going to go out ASAP. So I feel good about that. Like, I'm happy. So don't think I'm upset or nothing. Like, I'm happy. I feel so much better that I'm handling it myself. Ghislaine Maxwell asked the U.S. Supreme Court on Friday to overturn her conviction, arguing she was covered by a non-prosecution agreement the government made with Epstein. Thank you, Mini-Me. Yeah, Wheezy. Hey, y'all, I think Wheezy had her babies or something. I think Wheezy had her baby. Oh, I'm so glad. Monique, I'm so glad. You don't know how, like, I'm really being sincere. I am so glad that you had that excuse. I mean, had that conversation with your son yesterday about not offering up excuses, and just keep drilling that into him. He is going to love you and thank you when he gets older. I'm telling you. There's no way I would be in front of you on this screen right now with these platforms if my dad did not hammer that in me when I was a kid. I thought excuses were cool. I thought it was cool as long as you had a good excuse. But no, because now being a grown man, I get to see everybody and I see the difference between those who achieve their goals and those who don't. And the biggest difference is people who don't achieve their goals make excuses and they're fine with their excuses. People who persevere and push forward and do things, do things and do incredible things and make incredible impact. They are people that don't make no excuses. I don't care what happened. You get it done for the people who don't have nothing to do with your life. We all got lives. We all go through shit. Y'all know how much shit I go through? But you don't know the shit I go through because I just handle shit. If it don't have nothing to do with me and my family, I'm gonna get your shit done. And then I'm gonna handle my stuff later. But I'm not gonna make, like, people used to always say this. This was one of the major quotes that my family would say. And I'm talking about these quotes were used on me. So I'm not talking at people. I'm just telling people what changed me and what helped me be better. They used to say this: you can't make your problems their problems. I'm going to say that again. You can't make your problems their problems. Your problems are your problems, but don't make your problems other people's problems. And that is just the number one. These are just words to live by. I'm telling you, they're good for your mental health, and they're good at helping you feel good about yourself. And if people didn't give me these, I would have been an excuse maker. I would have been a slacker. I would have been all of that because that's what I was. I told you I was so bad. If you didn't believe my excuse, I dropped tears. 10, 11, 12, even 13 years old, even up to 14 years old. I think I probably stopped shedding tears around 13, 14. But even at that age, if you ain't listen to my excuse, then I was coming with tears next. Either you was going to believe these tears or you was going to believe my excuse. And I got out of that. So, like, I'm so glad to hear you, Monique, had that conversation with your son and just keep having it with him. And if you want to use me as an example, you can use me. You can say, I listen to Flow Show, No Filter. He killing the podcast game. He doing this, he doing that. He was an excuse maker as a child. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just learning from it and growing from it is what you got to do. Ain't nothing wrong with it. I'm coming to you as a person who made hella excuses growing up and didn't understand, you just can't live like that. So I'm so glad to hear you say that. Thank you, Lauren. Have a good one. Ghislaine Maxwell asked the U.S. Supreme Court on Friday to overturn her conviction, arguing she was covered by a non-prosecution agreement the government made with Epstein. Kyron Lacey. Kyron Lacey, heartbroken. What's up with Angie Stone? What's up with Angie Stone? Amy, what happened to Angie Stone? Why you say Angie Stone ? Oh man, I gotta start. Here we go. Cancel this and start over. Hold on, y'all. I had to start the whole thing over. Oh wow. I didn't hear that. Where'd you hear that at, Mona? Damn, I gotta look into that. Damn. So two things I didn't know. Uh Kyron Lacey. I didn't know about this, but I also didn't know. Mona, you gotta tell me, where'd you hear that Angie Stone was alive when the EMT arrived? I gotta look into that. I don't know. I gotta look into that. I gotta look into that Kyron Lacey and Angie Stone. I ain't know nothing about neither one of them. I gotta definitely look into that. Where was this at? Kyron Lacey shot a firearm during an altercation with a family member, then ran from the cops. They said he unalived himself while he was fleeing and then crashed into a tree. When did that happen, Jennifer? Oh, I gotta look into that. Okay, this happened yesterday. Okay, no wonder I ain't see it. I ain't had no time. I didn't look at shit on Sunday. I didn't have no time to watch nothing. Kyron was in Houston. He was about to have a grand jury hearing this week for manslaughter charge. And then he was about to have a grand jury hearing this week for a manslaughter charge, I believe. Wow, yeah, y'all just gave me some homework. Yes. I told you I've been so busy over the weekend. I ain't know nothing about any news besides whatever content I posted on social media. Damn. Yeah, I'm definitely going to, when I get off live, I'm definitely about to look up this Kyron situation. Damn. Yeah. So thanks for bringing that to my attention, y'all. I'm gonna definitely look up that as soon as I get off live. And I got to look into the Angie Stone situation. He was 24. He was 24. Damn, how the hell did I miss that? Luckily, I got, hey, look, luckily I got the crew. Luckily, I got the crew. Because what would I do? Hey, look, what would I do without the crew? Damn, he could have overcome so much. Yeah, I gotta look into that. That sounds like a sad one, y'all. That sounds like a sad one for sure. I gotta dig into that one. When did his how long has he been waiting on trial? Just a baby, had so much ahead of you. When did, like, how long had he been waiting to go to trial? Do anybody know? Like how long has he been waiting on trial before this incident happened to him? That's just sad. December. So he been waiting for trial since December. The accident happened December 17th. So the accident happened December 17th. And so you telling me that something just happened? So the accident is you talking about a separate accident on the 17th? Wow. Okay. So the accident was December 17th, but the trial date was this week. Okay, so now I got to go back to your notes then. So y'all saying Lacey causing a crash and killed a 70-year-old man on 17th, then fleeing the scene without rendering aid. Oh, wow. So Lacey played for LSU and was involved with some police altercations and unalived himself. He was expected to go first round. Oh, I saw this story, but I didn't know I didn't get a chance to read it. Now I seen that all over my timeline. I didn't know what the story was. I didn't know what the story was. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Now I gotta look. I saw him. Listen, when I kept seeing his picture, I kept seeing his picture on my timeline on Instagram, but I didn't know why. I didn't have time to read it. I would just be scrolling. I just kept seeing his picture. I had no clue. I didn't even know all of this had happened. Wow. 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 Yeah. Thanks for telling me about that, y'all. Y'all know I've been seeing that picture. That's why I'm telling y'all, you gotta have it's tricks to this mental health. People want to ask me all the time, how are you upbeat? How come you always full of energy, or why you always feeling good? It ain't an accident. It's purpose. It's intentional. It's a way. It's a method. It's a reason. And all I could do is try to share it with people, because I don't know, what do people think? I was just born happy. I was born like, no. It's certain things you got to do to help your mental health. It takes work. It takes work. Do you understand? If I didn't bust my butt, I'd be over here depressed. I would be depressed. But what keeps me upbeat is just working and keeping it and putting everything in perspective. And if it's an issue, you just handle it, because all those issues just pile up on you. Even if you think it ain't there, oh, they there. And they just pile up and pile up and pile up until they just weigh you down. I'm telling you from experience. Like I said, I'm only sharing it because it has been such a key to me being happy and achieving and just having a smile on my face every day I wake up, all I can do is share it with people. If you want, people could disagree or agree. I'm just sharing it because it works for me, and I want anybody else that may be going through stuff or maybe not achieving what they want to achieve or anything like that. Just tell you some small little nuggets that help me. That's all. Other than that, hey, look, y'all know my motto. Everybody do what they want to do. I don't get caught up in what people do. When I tell you it broke a 13-year-old heart, the empty that kid had for someone he didn't know, proved there are still good people growing up in this evil world. Definitely good people growing up in this evil world. Empathy. Okay, I know. I figured that you meant something else. So let me read that again. When I tell you it broke a 13-year-old heart, the empathy that kid had for someone he didn't know proved there are still good people growing up in this evil world. That is so true, Amy. I got you, Amy. But y'all, man, I can't wait. I got so much shit I gotta look up. I gotta look up that Lacey situation. And I gotta look up what Mona talking about with Angie Stone. I gotta look that up, man. That Angie Stone case is getting crazier and crazier. Wow, what a thing. But it's all good, y'all. Hey, look, life gotta, one thing about life, we just gotta keep moving. That's what life is all about. Keep moving, keep pursuing, keep doing what you gotta do. Keep doing what you gotta do. But hey, look, when it comes to what I do and what I put my hard work in and my blood, sweat, and tears, and what I'm working on to leave for my son and all of that, I take my stuff very serious and I'm unapologetic about that. And anybody that put their all into anything, you gonna feel the same way. So I'm always gonna be open and honest without no no malicious intent or nothing, because at the end of the day, I work hard on what I do. And so I wouldn't be in front of y'all face right now if I didn't. So a person that work hard, I'm not playing. I already told y'all I don't play about the flow show, no filter. I just don't. I work and sacrifice my whole life for this. So I don't care. Anybody that think I don't have a right or don't think I'm gonna speak on it, you don't know. You don't know me, because I work so hard. I don't have no ill will against anybody. But when it comes to my blood, sweat, and tears, and what feeds my son, my family, and what feeds me, I don't play. This ain't no playtime. Playtime is after, all outside of Flow Show No Filter. That's when I can play and bullshit. But when it comes to Flow Show No Filter or anything like that, I take it very serious. Hey, look, Flow Show No Filter. I always say it don't mean a little bit of filter. It don't mean a lot of filter. It don't mean none. It just mean honest. And I'm always be that. I don't give a fuck what nobody say or who nobody like it. I'm always just be honest, because I don't mean nothing by it. I just don't lie. I can't be lying. I can't be, you know, saying shit just to be saying shit. I gotta just tell the truth. I ain't gonna never stop that. How much more we got? A little bit more time. More time. Probably got about 10 more minutes, y'all. But Mini Me, where Mini Me go? Let me check. Is this done? Oh, Mini Me went back to work? Okay. I was about to ask her about that Angie Stone situation. I'm gonna look that up in this Lacey stuff as soon as I get off live. Okay, finally. Okay, so let me load up Apple and Spotify real quick. Diddy's defense. No. All right. Bam. All right. One more click and we got Apple and Spotify loaded up. Let me make sure everything look good. Everything look good. Published. What time is it? Oh, it's a little late. It's okay. Congratulations. Oh, okay. Y'all working today. Everybody working. I've been waiting on the video. What video? Before we get out of here, what video? What video, Amy, before I get out of here? Jennifer and Mona working. Oh, yeah. You know what? Oh, girl ain't been around, so I ain't did it yet. But you know what? I got to go do it. Matter of fact, I got time today. I'm going to do it today. I'm going to record it with my iPad. My iPad makes good videos. All right, big week ahead, y'all. This Diddy trial is getting freaky. I got to find out about Angie Stone. And I got to do some more digging. Well, not digging. I just want to get some information on that. Hey, Kobe, what do OTC mean? You got that might be everybody probably know what it means, but what do OTC mean? She don't come no more. I've been leaving food. I think she had her. I think she went and had her babies or something. Oh, on the clock. Wow, y'all know it's been so long since I didn't know what that means. I've been like an entrepreneur pretty much my whole life, so I kind of don't know the like on the clock. I don't know the lingo, but thank you, C Tuck, Amy, and Kobe for teaching me something new. Now I know what on the clock means. Yeah, she on the nest. I definitely believe she on the nest. C Tuck, I can't wait to get to Cleveland, bro. Where's the new Friday? When I come to Cleveland, where can you get a couple nice drinks and nice music and a nice vibe and stay alive? See, Tuck, can you tell me where to do that at? Because you know you got to be careful in Cleveland. Cleveland, you could go. Cleveland, you could go to the wrong place and be in there scared as hell. Like, why did I come here? So I need C Tuck to let me know where I could get a couple drinks from. Melody, what you mean? Could MN over the counter as well and ref two mess? Which I don't understand that. Melody, what you saying? Oh, so you got a graduation too? Melody, can you explain that one? Yeah, staying alive. See, Tuck. Well, look, the main category is staying alive. As long as I can stay alive, I deal with it what they don't have. I just want to go somewhere where I can go in there and stay alive. I'm good. Cleveland is something else. So shout out to Amy, y'all. She got a graduation. Oh, I'm doing the graduation. I'm doing a graduation design too, since my son is graduating. So my son and Amy's daughter graduate together. I don't know when my son graduating high school. Is your daughter graduating high school, Amy, or college, or what? Like Shauna said, staying alive is the key part. Don't age you that much. What? You the one just said your daughter graduating, so you don't know, man. They don't know. It's people on here that might have said, "What she got her PhD?" You said graduation when you already aged yourself. You gonna say your daughter graduating, talking about I'm aging you. You said it. Okay, same as my son. When you, yeah, my son, same thing. '07. My son, '07. 2007. My son was born in Las Vegas. We all from Cleveland, but when I moved out to Vegas with Floyd Mayweather, um, my son ended up being born in Las Vegas, even though we all from Cleveland. His mom from Cleveland. Both our families is Cleveland. And so it just so happened my son was born in Vegas during my time with Floyd Mayweather. Shout out to the Carolina cutie, Amy's daughter, y'all. Wish her a happy graduation. What's the graduation? Okay. Oh, my '08. Okay, Kobe. And Amy said May 22nd. May 22nd. Okay, day before my son's birthday, your daughter will be graduating. Xmas. Okay. So we got a lot to look forward to, y'all. Shout out to your daughter, Amy. Hope she has a great graduation. I know she's ready to get out to the real world and do her thing. My son ready. My son been ready to be out of school since kindergarten, so I know he excited. I know my son excited. He been wanting to be out of school since he started school. So this 18 years probably couldn't have came. Well, no, not 18 years. What, 12? Well, if you include kindergarten, 13 years. I'm sure this 13 years of school the end couldn't come fast enough. So we got a lot of graduations to celebrate this year. It's been like pulling teeth these past few years. But y'all, it's been real. Make sure y'all subscribe. Look at the super chats. I'm about to learn and how to tell everybody about all the super chats. Shit, I'm learning myself. So I'm gonna do a little whatever, and then hopefully I can let y'all know how it works, and so we can start getting on. Oh yeah, I bet. So we can start doing it. So let's get the I'm outs in the comments. I'm out in the comments. Everybody have a great day. Everybody have a great day. Let's get the I'm outs. I need a few more I'm outs before we get the hell out of here. Thank you, C Tuck. See you in Cleveland. Everybody, much love. You know I love y'all, but I'm out.